Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know I love you for it. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Fool card. New things, places, people and energy. This is you going off in a completely new direction. In some way, shape or form, the Fool card always tells you that you are ready for a fresh start or a reset in some way, shape or form. In some area of your life, the reset button is being pressed, right? Especially just off the back of a full moon super lunar eclipse, right? So powerful stuff. I think this is the week where you're going to start to see the signs, the synchronicities, and maybe even some of the cosmic signposts that really start to highlight to you the path that you're on and where you should be going. A spontaneous meeting that's happened just recently might start to become relevant, or maybe even a piece of information that you were given suddenly becomes pertinent to what it is that you're trying to do or where it is that you're trying to steer things in your life. For your actions and options this week, you have the Page of Swords. This week, you have to be prepared to say what you think, right? So usually Scorpios will sit back and they will wait and, you know, all the rest of it. This isn't a week for that, right? This is a week where you've got to be about it. You've got to show up. You've got to speak your mind. You've got to say what you feel and stop sitting on it, right? Stop holding it back. It's time to get something out there. Now, another way that this could show up for you, because it is the Page of Swords, this week, you may find that there is a clash of sorts that takes place but needs to happen. Maybe this is something, you know, somewhere that you need to check someone. Maybe this is, you know, a new... I almost want to say like a new avenue opening up for you in some way, shape or form. I'm going to be honest with you, this kind of feels like, you know, when you're on a road, like when you're driving and someone says to you, oh, it's the next turn in on the left, but it's like almost so concealed that unless you know where it is, you would miss it. This kind of feels like that to me. Like this week, Scorpio, there's going to be an opportunity that opens up for you. It will be very small. It will be seemingly very small, but it could lead to something truly amazing. But it does feel like it's a one-time offer. It's not something that you're going to have time to have a conflab about, to sit and, you know, do the whole, ooh, I'm going to delve into this and peer into this. You don't have the time for it. You're either in or you're out. And this week, you know, whatever comes up, pay attention. You'll know anyway, right? You're naturally very intuitive anyway, so you'll know if it feels right for you, but there's no hanging around on it, I'm sorry to say. For your communications and conversations, you have the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, this is great, right? It does suggest that this week communications and conversations are more about quality rather than quantity. Like this week, again, you know, opportunities could awaken or arrive for you. There may be more than one, but this week you're going to have to be really discerning about it. And I will say this, whatever your personal symbols are, whatever, so I'll give you an example. Just one of my plethora of signs and symbols that I know speak to me are white tigers. I absolutely love them. And so, you know, if I see a sign or a portent or something going on with that, then I know that's a message for me. And over your lifetime, I'm sure you've gathered and gained things that you feel drawn to, or, you know, things that often deliver messages to you. This week, I would pay attention to those, right? Because that's what's going to help you define whether something really is for you or isn't for you. Now, when it comes to those of you that work for, and it is the Nine of Pentacles, right? So this week, you could be ready to put the hard work down, right? Like this could be the week where you're saying, right, okay, you know what? I've done enough on this for it to stand up on its own, for it to speak for itself. This week, take that moment, right? To step back, to admire your handiwork, as they say. For those of you that work for somebody else, quite frankly, you could be getting a better offer this week, right? So there could be, you know, literally this could be the offer, this could be a job offer. It could be an interview that comes to you. Now, if it is an interview, I have to say it's probably likely to come old school. You've got the Nine of Pentacles here, and then you've got the Page of Swords. That for me is a letter, as in like a physical one. It doesn't feel like an email. So I'm really intrigued by that. Who knows? When it comes to for those of you that work for, if you work for somebody else this week, you could be getting a better offer than what you're being offered. You just need to consider if that better offer really is a better offer for you. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, your Nine of Pentacles is really asking you to look at where you can, where what you've done doesn't need to be adjusted or adapted anymore, where something is already good enough without you having to tinker with it. You know, if it's good, right? It doesn't. So we don't always need to add whistles and bells to everything for it to be deemed as worthy or respectable. When it comes to those of you that are retired or no longer working, this week is a week for you to enjoy. It's a week for you to have fun, and it's also a week for you to follow the cosmic signposts. Scorpio, whether you're a sun, moon or ascendant, in some way, shape or form, no matter what your age is, this week the universe is putting you on the yellow brick road, and you need to ask yourself, you know, where it leads, right? For your money and materials, you've got the Page of Swords. So you've got 2 pages here, right? 2 pages represents the energy of disquiet. So the message, you can't please all of the people all of the time, definitely comes up here. One of my students in my tarot course, and I absolutely loved this, we talked about what these specific 2 pages could be, and the message that she came up with was, here comes the petty parade. And I'll tell you, I about ended myself, because I was just like, that is perfect. This could really be that, if I'm completely honest with you. That's one way that this could show up. The only thing that I do want to say to you is, if there is something that you're working on, this would be a week to stay in your integrity. If you're thinking about using somebody else's idea, if you're thinking about if you're thinking about borrowing or adapting something, I would speak to the person that is the original source, because the chances are, if they see that you've kind of pilfered their idea, they're going to call you on it. And with this kind of energy, honey, like, you know, the petty parade, right? It could just become a thing without needing to. That aside, when it comes to your money, materials and finances, this is the initiation of a new project. This is a new direction opening up for you that could be very lucrative. It might be a different income stream. It might be you enhancing the income stream that you already have. It could also be you saying, you know what, I've got this skill that I completely forgot about, and how this ties into what I'm actually doing now. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, your throat, your neck and your voice, this week you absolutely must look after them, especially if you're in the fields of singing, performing, anywhere where your voice is needed for your work. This week you absolutely want to look after that area of your body. And then for those of you, for your home and environment, it's the Page of Pentacles, right? And the Page of Pentacles is really, I mean, carving out space for yourself. If you don't have an office in the home, can you create one? If you already have an office in the home, how can you enhance or beautify that space? There's something about it that just needs a little bit of a zhuzh, you know, it needs to be given a little bit of TLC. For your love and relations, you've got the Nine of Cups. This is beautiful. So if you're in a relationship or in a partnership, your relationship is great, and it kind of feels as well like this week you and your partner aren't just speaking the same language, but you have like it's almost like a collective goal is reached, a collective wish is reached, a collective milestone is reached in some way, shape or form. For those of you that are single, this could be great. It does look like there's interaction and socializing. It does look like you are maybe out of your Not out of your comfort zone. Yeah, actually no. Maybe you're out of your comfort zone, or maybe you feel like you're out of your depth with some of the new people that you're being surrounded by. But amongst those new people, there could be somebody that really takes a shine to you, and somebody that in return you take a shine to as well. With that said, I will wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you soon. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care.